I'm doing an announcement right now.
Appreciate you, Shanko. All right, chat. Before we get all the way into this, let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Sorry about the.
I'm just gonna get the link from YouTube. Oh, sorry.
Sorry about any technical difficulties. I don't know what was going down with my computer here. Had to reset and do some things. Let me know if y'all can hear me though. Let me know if y'all can hear my voice. Trying to confirm everything. I thought we were good with the sound before, but we weren't. So let me know. Let me know, chat. Let me know.
Yeah, you're good.
It sounds like I'm good. All right, yeah, second question, chat. Can you hear Larry? Larry, talk again for them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can hear me.
Y'all can hear Larry too?
Yeah, they can hear me.
I bet. All right, hello and welcome everyone to another call-in stream episode for TOPT. Apologies again for the technical difficulties that we ran into. I don't know exactly what the problem was, but we figured it out. At least on some level, we figured it out. Gonna have to do some work on the back end here to get back right exactly, but we here, we live. It's me, Larry, Shanktham, and Nick Quavo. As you guys already know, the call-in streams are a tiered membership participation. So you'll have to be a tiered member of Warlord or higher in order to be a guaranteed caller. If you want to join the call-in streams, you'll have to join into the call-only stream entrance, and we'll take you guys' calls one by one. Spit your hottest theories, whatever questions you might have, and any rants you want to get off your chest, any questions you have for us, or debates that you want to spark. These are typically a lot of fun. We started doing these as a result of the fact that we just weren't able to get the calls consistently on Discord, on Mondays. So should be a lot of fun. Again, sorry to anybody who was trying to tune in earlier and we just weren't able to get it over there for you. Hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. We did have a super chat that came in before we ended, so I do want to read that. I had to end the stream before. We got a $5 super chat from Ragnar. It says, "Hey Top, would you consider Emu sending only Shamrock and Gunko to face Loki, despite what he did to Harold and upscale for Shamrock and Gunko? Hashtag God bless you." Not necessarily. They could possibly already have knowledge that Loki's like been chained up and sea stone cuffed to the tree. It seems like they got way more intel on what was going down in Elbath than they did previously when they sent when Harold was out there. So they got more reconnaissance and more data, at least on some level, than they did 14 years ago, or however many years it was. I wouldn't necessarily call it an upscale. I mean, I don't call it a downscale. I also don't think Emu knows exactly what Loki is capable of. But that's a me thing. Like, I don't know how much intel he actually got. You know, has he seen this devil fruit in the distant past? Possibly. He's probably under the assumption that Loki's taken it or used it. But I don't know if you have any additional thoughts to that one, Larry.
No, I feel the same way as you.
All right. Yeah, Ragnar, I don't know if you're here or back again, but thank you for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. I'm trying to get this visual on the Den and Akuma, but it's not showing up for me. That's annoying. I don't know. A lot of weird stuff going on today. Couple more.
You got this, bro.
Couple more super chats that came in. We got 33 months at Yako status from our guy, the broker. It says, "Wish me luck getting on a call tonight. I have so many theories to share. If anyone has One Piece mysteries they would like me to answer, send it as a super chat and I will come up with a theory on it." That's great. Thank you, broker. That will allow you to get in here. So let's get broker into the call waiting room. We did get another 2 from T-Raw. That time skip was crazy. Hashtag technical difficulties. Thank you, T-Raw. Listen, it happens to the best of us, man. I'm trying. Sorry again, guys. And then we got another 5 from Reggie J. It says, "Welcome back. God is good. God is good all the time." How you called everything wrong, man? Anyway, just woke up with goats emoji. So thank you, man. Appreciate you, Reggie. You gotta stop sword swallowing though, man. You be riding Zoro too hard, man. I don't like it. All right. Again, guys, if you want to be a participant, you'll have to become a warlord or higher tiered member on Discord. But yeah, I have a hard stop at like 7:45, so I got to drop to be a part of the One Piece Survivor series that we're doing this year. Should be a lot of fun for those of you who are participating in that. But yeah, let's get right to it. I know we waited a bit, had you guys weigh in. Let's get 3D2Y in here. 3D, you there? Ah, 3D is deafened. Let's get 3D out of here.
He's deafened, Seb.
Yeah. All right, I guess we're starting with. Oh, never mind. 3D, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. All right, talk to me, man.
Okay, so I had 2 questions and 1 theory
Okay.
that I wanted to put out there. So my first question is, have y'all ever played the Tomb Raider games?
Oh man, many years ago. It's a very long time ago.
The recent ones, those were fire.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to ask, do y'all think Lara Croft has conquerors?
Lara Croft.
I don't think she has conquerors. I think she has plot.
I mean, Luffy has plot. I mean,
You sure do.
I think
I
she
don't know.
definitely has plot. She gets away with a lot, bro.
I don't know. I gotta think about that one, man.
but she does do a lot on her own. Like she goes out there climbing mountains, whatnot.
I think whenever Nami has, she has. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. What you said you had a theory as well?
Yeah. One more question though. Could Koby beat Caesar?
Yes.
Yes.
And he takes his breath away. He's choking.
Caesar's not a real combatant. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a fighter.
Come on.
Listen, he can fight. He's not a real fighter.
If he takes his oxygen away, I don't know. Like, Kobe's gonna.
Bro,
Kobe can hold his breath and swing on him, bro.
Luffy post time skip ended up just choking out, bro. Like he was
unaware. Luffy wasn't taking the fight seriously. It was unaware.
And don't forget,
Kobe's not gonna know anything about him.
Caesar also put both Oven and Katakuri under a hallucinogen, and they started fighting each other.
We talking about a real 1v1 where these dudes got to fight and somebody got to win. Not a cover story, not a random situation. You got to win the fight.
Hey, man, I've been told many times by you that a dub is a dub. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. The question was, can Kobe win? Not even would he. It was, can he? Yes, he can. He hits hard enough.
He can. Yeah, he can. As long as he got some air, though. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And what's your theory, man?
Yeah, so I wanted to put this out there because I never heard anybody say it before. Can I stream like the mural page?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Let me share this.
Got me doing all this extra work, man.
My bad.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
See it?
Such a jerk, bro.
Kidding, bro.
He's such a jerk.
I'm kidding, man. It's been a stressful day. Okay. All right, I'm streaming. Talk to me.
Sebastian said, "Hey, man, I come home drunk sometimes, and I just start punching."
It's not what he said at all. Not even remotely what he said.
So crazy. All
Why are
right,
you being up?
listen, man. I live alone, man.
Kids,
I live in my own demons. Okay.
wife.
Wife is crazy.
Training his hockey, you know. Anyway,
Seb said it's me versus me every day.
Me versus me. I fight my own demons, man.
all right, let me get this out of the way so
Sometimes I win.
everybody else can go. So I had this idea. I was looking at the mural, and you know, everything is theory when looking at this thing. So I was like, where did the idea of Nika come from? Because he's like such a crazy character to think of, and like the fact that like all these slaves collectively thought of Nika together. I was thinking, like, what if Nika from the first world was like just some cartoon character back in the day of the first world that we saw in the mural? And I feel like the first world was much like ours, maybe a little bit more advanced in terms of technology. They have what looks like skyscrapers and factories in there. And Nika could have been like a super popular.
Did we just lose audio on 3D? Did y'all lose audio?
Yeah, I don't hear him anymore.
Yeah, you cut out for me.
3D, you're talking, but we're not hearing you.
Hello?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Keep going.
Oh, okay. I was saying, like, Nika could have been like a Superman figure back in the first world's days. And I think his legend could have started off as this cartoon characters. And when slaves needed someone as a hero, they all collectively thought of Nika. And by Vegapunk's theory, like how devil fruits conjure up through dreams, I think that's how it could have been spawned. Like the Nika fruit could have been spawned. And his legend was stretched through the second world and, you know, where we are today. Maybe it's been lost in history that Nika was once like a silly cartoon character that would like fight bad guys. But over time, the legend has grown into something bigger, you know, like that even the giants and buccaneers like make a whole religion and worship it.
Yeah, so I had this same thought process that Nika's not actually a real person, but like the devil fruits, this was just a person that somebody made up and idolized, and then other people believed in it because they were slaves, and then it eventually spawned the devil fruit. I agree with that 1000%. That's where I'm at. That's where I lean towards. So I agree with you, bro.
Okay. What do you think, Seb?
I don't love its start. It's interesting and different, right? And I think it would be a unique version of this story. I'm just, how would I feel if they were like, hey, this all started from some kid watching a cartoon and dreaming it up? Which would be funny and meta, but like as far as everything that's happened in the One Piece world, like if that's the answer, I'd be like, I don't know if I like that one too much personally. Now I will say they talked about the former worlds being much more advanced than ours, or than the one we're seeing now. So I could definitely see like them having cartoon characters, etc. And we've already gotten the Germa 66 were cartoon figures or whatever, but they're actually based off something that really was happening. Not cartoon, it was like a comic strip, but it was something that was based on what was really happening in the One Piece world. So it's not like it's outside the realm of possibility. I just don't think I would like it personally. But I mean, it's different.
Yeah, that's all I had really. I mean, I just thought like, you know, where they all thought of this one singular, you know, figure. And I was thinking like, okay, he could have been, you know, some popular character back in the day. But
That would be Oda like wanking himself on some like, yeah, man, some random mangaka in the One Piece world from 2,000 years ago created all this. Like, self-insert, bro. I don't know. But okay. 3D, I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for being here. And thank you for your patience. I know I saw you in there earlier and we had all our technical difficulties, so appreciate you sticking around.
I got scared. I was like, where'd this stream go? I want to see Seb's face, man.
Oh
like,
my God, man. My fault, y'all. My fault. But yeah, I put a poll up in the chat. It seems like most people are saying no, but you got a decent amount of people saying yes, man. 44% saying yeah. Nika was a cartoon character.
Okay.
So
It's a passing grade.
I think there's a lot of people that just want Nika to be a real person because that's who they believe is the Nika devil fruit. So like all these devil fruits were probably just real people at one point, and it just doesn't follow suit with the rest of the devil fruits. That would mean that anything that was once alive suddenly became a devil fruit, which destroys the whole concept of what Vegapunk was talking about when he said when devil fruits came into existence, it was through a large desire or belief system. So it would just mean that Nika probably didn't exist and was just this religious figure to people who are suffering, which also makes sense, right? Because that's what happens in the real world for all these other different religions. So it just makes sense that that's actually what happened. Now, as for like a cartoon character being the initiation of this thought process, I mean, the first world did have an advanced civilization. The second world had the ancient kingdom and whatever Vegapunk they might have had, right? But who knows? It's definitely possible. I mean, Vegapunk had a TV himself, and he was able to, send this recording to across the world, like as if the world had Wi-Fi. So, if it is a cartoon character, I mean, I don't think it's wanking himself. I just think that sometimes people need a little bit of inspiration to be more hopeful. And, we're watching a cartoon with Luffy and we strive to be more adventurous, right?
Yeah, the reason I said cartoon character is because like the whole what is it called, Toon Force stuff. Like he looks like Tom and Jerry or stuff like that. So I just thought maybe that had some correlation, but
Yeah, I can see it. All right, man. Have a good night, though. All right.
oh yeah, y'all too.
All right. Next up, let's get Broker in here. He donated so much too, man. Broker, you there?
Brokey.
Okay,
Yeah.
get in here.
There he
Can
is.
you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little low for me.
You'd probably turn him up.
Got him at like 185%.
Oh, geez.
How's that? Any better?
Yeah, a little better. What's going on, man? And thank you. I saw you gifted 50 memberships, man. Thank you so much.
Broker, bro, you don't have to do that. Thank you so much.
I know. I don't have to do a lot of things that I choose to do. Yeah, I'm all good.
Thank
you
you,
both well?
Broker. Yeah, I'm good, man. Chilling.
Excellent. And yeah, Larry, it's been a while.
It's been too long, right?
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that.
Yeah, same to you, man. Whatever holiday you love.
Kwanzaa, you know me and Kwanzaa.
Hey, man, shout out to Kwanzaa, man.
Exactly.
Oh my God. All right, Broker, what's the theory you got today, man? The people been waiting.
So, I don't know whether to do a theory explanation or to correct a lot of stuff that people get wrong, which really, really winds me up.
It's up to you. Your choice. I know the
Okay.
people love your theories, though.
I'll go with the theory. Well, it's not even a theory as such. It's more an explanation.
Mhm.
So it's about why there's 4 road poneglyphs.
Okay.
And so I was an Eagle Scout. I know, sad, but basically, when you do cartography, the only reason, so you've heard of triangulation, yeah, when you triangulate a position.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The only reason in the military that you need a 4th coordinate is if whatever you are tracking is moving along an X and Y axis. So 3 to triangulate, and then the 4th is wherever it's going to be at whatever time you're tracking it. So you can triangulate with 3 positions. If you have a 4th position, it allows you on the XY axis, it allows you to track when something is moving along or across it. So it's really just a question of, I think that Final Island, I think that it moves, basically, is that it's not always in a fixed position. For part of the, whatever, timeline it works on, whether it's to do with the moon. I know a lot of people like that sort of thing and stuff, but it clearly isn't always in the same place. Because if you just had the 3 road poneglyphs, because we know at the moment that pretty much everybody has 3 now. Shanks and Blackbeard do because they stole the poneglyph rubbings from Law and Kid. Luffy has 3 because they shared them at the end of Wano. So if it was just a question, because Robin says that the information on where to find the final island is recorded on the 4 road poneglyphs. So if you already had 3, you wouldn't need the 4th unless whatever it is, wherever it is, it's moving at certain periods of time. And I think that it's basically going to be almost like the lost city of Atlantis, where every now and again it comes back to the surface and then drops down. And I think that it's probably going to be on the back of either a giant Sea King, like really large sort of size, or it's going to be dragged around by multiple Sea Kings throughout whatever the calendar is in One Piece, however their time sort of system works. But I really can't see another reason for requiring a fourth road poneglyph if it's just about tracking the location.
I really like that. So I have a secondary question. You mentioned like time potentially. Is there like, can these access, how meta can Oda get with the accesses? Because obviously I wasn't a Boy Scout or an Eagle Scout. I don't know anything about triangulation and tracking things. Can this thought process be used to coordinate time as well? Because I know there's people that have said that the One Piece is traveling through time itself, and you'll need the 4 poneglyphs to capture it as well in that way. How meta can we get with this?
You can get as meta as you like, as whatever that fourth coordinate is in terms of like whether it's traveling through time or it's surfacing at a certain time. It's the same thing either way. It's just requiring that fourth coordinate is the coordinate. It's the measure of time, whether it's distance traveled or coming to the surface or traveling through time. You still require that fourth coordinate in order to track whatever that fourth part is, but you only ever need 3 for location.
Okay.
It's like imagine having two, like you're drawing a point between 2 points. You just make a straight line, right? If you're trying to work out where on that straight line the thing is you're looking for, you only need 1 more line. If you put another line through the middle of those, it's triangulated. That's all you require. 4 is only needed when there is something else, some other measurement.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Larry? That's interesting. I like that.
No, it's definitely interesting. Super interesting, actually. I wonder if it's moving.
The reason I think it's important that it moves is, so as I've said before on the pod a few times now with theories, I think that eventually Blackbeard's going to defeat Shanks. I think that it won't be a pure win on the Blackbeard Pirates' part. They'll cheat. We know, as you said, they're more than happy to use chemical weapons and stuff like that. We know that the silhouettes we got when Caesar Clown was doing his broadcast about the weapon he was using, the people that were watching were the Blackbeard Pirates. So that we obviously find out who those silhouettes were and stuff like that. So they're not above it. They don't care how they win fights as long as they win. I think that when Blackbeard Pirates defeat the Redhead Pirates, as I've said before, I think the Blackbeard's final fruit will be Boa's fruit. Instead of just killing the Redhead Pirates, he'll turn them to stone. Luffy will find out about it via Big News Morgans or something like that. He'll then go from there and go to Boa, obviously not knowing the rules, beg Boa to turn them back. Boa will say, I can't. Rayleigh will be there. And basically, Rayleigh will explain, look, Blackbeard has the way to Laugh Tale now. He knows how to get there. But he can't get there for, let's say, another 6 months because the island itself will not come to the surface. It then gives a second... Again, like I said, I'm positive there's going to be a second time skip, but it gives a reason for it in terms of the narrative that even though Blackbeard knows the way now, it doesn't matter because he can get there, but he can't get there until the island actually appears. So I think when Blackbeard gets the 4th poneglyph rubbing, whoever he gets it from, doing a proper Blackbeard move, I think he'll take it with him. He won't leave it behind for someone else to discover. He'll just take it with him because that way he's just completely, scuppering the competition. It doesn't matter how powerful they are. Without the map, they can't get there. So I would love to see a payoff to Rayleigh. Obviously, we're back at Sabodi, Rayleigh says that he knows how to get there, right? And Usopp's about to ask. So to have Luffy have to put the life of his mentor and friend in Shanks ahead of his idea of, no, I want to find my own way there, it forces his hand, and it proves that Luffy, as much as he is determined to become Pirate King, his friends matter more.
Okay. I'm with it.
Because why else have us find out that Rayleigh can get to Laugh Tale if he wants to, if that's never going to be paid off? It's Chekhov's gun.
Shaken, what'd you say?
That's my take on it.
Okay.
Broker, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
So in like triangulation, or I guess quadrangulation is what we're
Quadrangulation,
describing
it's a
right now.
mouthful.
Yeah. You're trying to use that to find a moving point, but that relies on the poneglyphs being in the same place all the time, does it not?
Not necessarily, no. So having the 4 road poneglyphs, right? 3
They
of
just-
them.
They just need to be coordinates, right? They just need to be
It's
active
just the
coordinates.
coordinate. The fourth coordinate is. I don't know if any. Again, I'm older than you guys, but do you remember the series Stargate SG-1?
Yes.
Yeah, they explain it in that.
Jesus, bro.
The reason you need an extra coordinate is to find a position that isn't always in the same place.
No, I understand that, but the coordinates you're using to triangulate and quadrangulate are stationary.
No, only
That's how
3
you're
of them.
finding.
Only 3
Only
of them.
okay,
Yeah.
so then it makes sense that the man marked by flames has the 4th one moving, because he must be needing to move it so that it can still actively lead you to the final island.
Oh, no. So again, think of it like a lunar calendar, right? So you can predict thousands of years into the future where the alignment of the moon and stars are going to be, right? Here on Earth, I mean. So all you would need to do, so we know already that like there is the ability to travel forwards into the future, right? Because Toki had it. I would imagine that the awakening side of that is to see into the future, like before you go there, so before you make the jump, you see sort of where you're going, because how else otherwise would you know where you're going in the first place? So the carving on the poneglyphs, all it has to be is that 4th coordinate, which again, so think of it like I say, like a lunar calendar. If you know when you are in history, you know where that extra coordinate is going to be at that future time. Like we've been doing it on Earth for thousands of years.
But that does still, I mean, this fits into your theory because you said it would be, but that does still require the thing you're tracking to be moving in a regular pattern. Like that's why we can track stars and such.
Yeah,
We know
exactly.
the
Yeah, I think
gravitational
whatever
pattern.
it is definitely regular. So like I said, imagine like if it's like, let's imagine it's like a giant turtle. So like you're reading Norse mythology, the world turtle and stuff like that, right? So you could, again, turtles, they still have to come up for air. So literally just have it as whatever the creature is that's on the back of it comes up for air at a regular time. Works that way.
That's true. That's very true. All right.
Sounds like you convinced Shankman, broker. I like it.
There you go.
I like it. I put a poll in the chat. Is the One Piece constantly moving? And 72% said yes. So
there you see.
It looks like you got the
It
streets.
must be true. It must be true then.
Well, broker.
The fact you can get consensus on any theory in One Piece is a miracle. So.
That's true. Oh man, broker, thank you so much for donating the 50. That's gonna get some more people calling in here. Again, appreciate you for putting the idea of doing these things on a separate stream in my head. And love hearing from you, bro, as always.
Yes, broker. Thank you so much.
Week, pleasure, Larry. Next week, I will be correcting people on what Saturn actually meant when he said that Zoan fruits have wills. Because if I have to hear one more person say that it's like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings, I'm going to start fires. I'm just going to start a fire somewhere.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Broker, is it daytime or nighttime for you over there? I don't even know.
It is 11:30 at night.
Okay, well, have a good night, man.
I will. Well, I'm staying for the rest of the pod, so.
All right, appreciate you.
Much love, guys.
What's up, brother?
I did get a request from 2 people. First person to me was Young Bull Trent to go because he's on break. Trent, you there?
Yeah, yes, and I see Larry is in here.
Yeah, man. Talk to him. I know you got some smoke for Larry, I think. So go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
So Larry, I think you got an apology for me, man.
I need to give you an apology.
Hey, bruh, you took it way too far saying Marco could beat Dofi and Law.
Oh my god.
Nah, you forgot that it was me that said that was on the line with you. You must have forgot it was me, and I'm not gonna lie. I've been telling Seb that for a couple days now that I can't wait for this one. Larry, you don't even have to say I'm sorry. You could just be like, you know what, you were right. That's it. That's all you got to say, which is kind of a sorry, but still.
You know what? You know what? You were right, bro.
Thank
My
you, Larry.
bad. I apologize.
I know you weren't gonna apologize to Seb about it, so I figured you apologize to me. I know because I'm on the Larry's Gorosei type deal, so I figured you apologize.
But I will say,
Oh,
Marco will get beat by Dofi.
what?
The switch up is crazy. That's
think
all I want to say. The
just
switch up
would
is
beat
so
Marco.
crazy.
You said Dofi beats. I know you did just sit here, change the words over a little bit.
Trey,
Yeah,
2
dude.
weeks ago, it was Marco got Dopey and Law same time.
At the same
And
time.
now
And
it's
now-
Dopey packing him solo. I don't know.
I think Dofi packs both of them.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
man. What?
Not at the same time. I'm
Okay.
saying like separately.
Okay, you're saying
think
Dopamanga
Dopey
would
packs-
beat Law and Marco. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's a. I don't know about that one, but I guess I got another one for y'all. Let me go to the Discord actually, because me and the guys the other day, I gave them a little battle. There's a little battle. It's a little 3-on-3.
Okay.
So we got Kizaru on one team, we got Zoro on one team, and then we got Dofi. Another team has Crocodile with hockey. After the time skip, we're gonna say he has hockey. Okay, so Crocodile with hockey. Then we got Katakuri, and then we got Fujitora. Now,
Okay.
as you could say, one has more conquerors than the other, but one's also got more observation than the other. So what I'm hoping that y'all can see is it's more of a observation type of deal versus the conquerors type deal. But also there's one, each team has like Katakuri is also a conqueror. Of course, we got the GOAT, and Fujitora has probably the best observation since he's blind. You know what I'm saying? I want to get y'all's take on this.
Can you run the teams back and just give me each team as it like what is the team like full team then full team? Because it's a 3v3 battle, you said?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
give me all the teams.
Team A is Kizaru,
Uh-huh.
Zoro, Dofi.
Okay.
Team 2 is Crocodile, but it's after the time skip, and I don't know if we know it yet, but in this situation, he's going to have hockey.
Okay.
Because if he didn't, it would have been too easy. But so we're giving him hockey. And then there's Katakuri. And then there's what's it called? Fujitora.
Okay.
On team 2.
Okay. And then team 3?
No, that was just it. No, like it's just
it's
those teams going
3v.
against you.
Oh, okay. 3v3
Yeah,
battle.
3v3.
All right. Kizaru, Zoro, and Dofi versus Cat, Fuji, and Crocodile. But Crocodile has hockey.
Yes.
I'm going
did that 'cause-
Kizaru, Zoro, and Dopamine.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna
do
go
you
first.
think-
Too.
Is it just for the simple fact of what's it called? The Conquerors deal?
It definitely helps.
It does. Yeah, I get it. But look,
Definitely helping.
look.
You know what it is?
But who would you-
I'm under the belief that Zoro could fight and defeat Katakuri currently. Right? I'm also of the belief that Kizaru is stronger than Fujitora, and I'm also of the belief that even with armament hockey, and even if he had some observation hockey, that Doflamingo was stronger than Crocodile. So I just think the 3 guys that they have are just better overall.
See, I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you right now.
Mhm.
I think it'd be close, but I just don't think Cat loses to Zoro for
Okay.
the fact of I feel like Cat's observation is going to be a big part in that, which we don't have really many observation hockey feats for, like big time observation, and like we don't know Zoro like that. Like he's not known to have great observation.
Okay.
That's supposed to be the Sanji thing. But, you know, we've seen he doesn't have a problem with stuff like that. But I just think Cat's going to win that because he's on his observation hockey's on a whole nother level. We've seen that his observation hockey was keeping up with Luffy at that time. Yes, Luffy's gotten that was at that time, but Zoro's observation hasn't really shown that he's up in the standards at all right now. Also, I don't know, man. Gone back in the Fujitora Kizaru thing. Let me just say, here's the thing I feel like. I feel like Team 2 pulls it off. I want to say it was Roanoro that said it, and when we were talking about it. They could pull it off because I don't know how I've never heard terminology like this when we're talking about a fight like that, but they said something about a black hole can pull light. It takes light away. So
yeah,
something like that. And if that's the case, I mean, low key can. If that's the case, can Kizaru light? Fujitora can say he can put that gravity. He can sit his foot on the ground. And be like, hey, yo, calm that down.
I do believe that Fujitora is a relatively bad matchup for Kizaru overall, but I don't think that's where the fight starts and stops, right? Like, I don't think that's the ultimate X factor. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe these people are close enough in strength that it is. If somebody has that significant advantage over the other person, that it just becomes the X factor. But I don't know, man. I feel like I've gotten more impressive displays from the other guys, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, there ain't nothing much of a display when you can sit there and pull a meteor out the air. And
what did that do to Doflamingo, bro? It didn't do anything to Doflamingo or Law. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, that's not. They cut it, didn't they? I mean, didn't?
Yeah, they casually cut the meteor with no named attacks, bro.
I mean, I didn't know. I'm just saying, like, we've obviously know that was when he first got introduced, though. Like, you gotta think, man, he wasn't really in the lab like that.
I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, as it is right now, unless he starts whipping out black holes with the gravity, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, Seb.
See, you're arguing fair and reasonable speculation, and it is fair and it is reasonable, but I don't have to believe it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, just like Larry ain't believe last time. Don't let me come out here. If he start throwing black holes, you're gonna know. You're gonna remember. But who else was in here? Is the twins in here?
No.
Oh, yeah, I should have figured. Yeah, I should have figured. Yeah, I should have figured that out. That's my fault. But is that? I know there was one other person. I wanted to get his idea on it.
Shankton?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if Shankton was still here.
No.
What?
Well, but y'all, that's all I have for y'all today, man. Hey, if y'all need somebody to get on tomorrow, give y'all some worst takes advice, just hit me up. I'm off work.
Sorry, y'all. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Dang. Team 1 versus Team 1 versus Team 2 type deal. Team 1 is...
I heard the 3v3 part, and then I had to cut out for a minute. So what are the teams real quick?
It's Kizaru, Zoro, and Doflamingo versus Katakuri, Fujitora, and Crocodile, but Crocodile has hockey.
I am going to go with Team Kizaru.
Yeah, we all in alignment this way, Trent. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will say,
I'm not gonna lie.
I put the poll in the chat as well.
Kizaru, just to confirm, Kizaru, Zoro,
and Doflamingo.
Oh yeah, definitely Team Kizaru.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the chat also winning 91% to 9. Man, I ain't gonna lie, Trent. It's not looking good.
Yeah, that's mostly because the 9% is the one that tried to convince me the last time we did it. I was actually a Team Kizaru first. Mm-hmm. He said something about a black hole, and I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. That makes kind of sense. I don't know.
I guess the The X factor, if you wanted to make the case the other way, is Fujitora, right? Because for all we know, he's the strongest person in the whole group. I don't have enough on-panel evidence to say that, but I guess if you were trying to speculate, as Seb has said previously, he probably is one of the better observation users. He's fully blind.
Yeah, bro.
But, I just don't have enough to go there. So, Team Kizaru.
And Cat. And Cat, bro. Don't forget about Cat, man.
We forgot about Cat, bro.
Bro,
That
y'all,
is not
that's
even
crazy.
a threat.
We forgot, bro.
That's
crazy,
not even a threat to Kizaru, bro.
We forgot, bro. He's forgotten. That's mean. Let me stop.
Yeah, I was about to say, Seb, you really doing this right now? But
Trent, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta get to a couple more callers. I got a hard stop at like 7:45 or so. But
right, man.
Have a good night, man. I know you said you're on break, so have a good shift.
yeah, hey, thanks, man. Y'all stay safe and be blessed, bro.
You too.
Same to you, Trent. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like there's too many heavy hitters on the top team, man. I mean, they're all heavy hitters, but you're asking me to speculate on Crocodile's strength, man. It's not helping. Maybe we swap Dofi and Crocodile, maybe? I don't know. But all right, let's get to some super chats before we continue on. We got 5. Well, a bunch from Reggie, actually. So, Reggie says, I say more than Zoro takes 100, and Beans, let the community know I ain't biased. Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji, my goats, bro. Okay. All right. Another 5 from Reggie. You say Zoro in your top 5 and say the gap between Zoro and Sanji and dismiss Conqueror's hockey and hockey skills in the discussion. I've seen the tapes in 4K. Zoro's in my top 5 not because of his strength. I think that's my biggest problem with most Zoro fans. I love him for how strong he is. That's part of why I like Zoro. Zoro's the man for a lot of reasons. His strength isn't like, it's probably not even top 5 reasons why I'm a Zoro fan. Personally, like.
You like Zoro because he be having his shirt off all the time?
I was about to say, what? Name me 4 other reasons.
Yeah, bro. Like, start listing.
I actually think Zoro is one of the better written characters in One Piece. I actually legitimately do. I do. Like, I can go into it if y'all want. I'm so serious. Zoro.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just do think his strength is like for an essential part of his personality. An essential part of his draw.
The reason why I like Zoro is because he goes from this lone wolf fighter dude, badass, whatever, who's just like, yo, if you get in the way of my dream, I'll kill you myself, to Luffy, to, okay, I'm prioritizing this person's dream over my own dream to the degree that if I can't accomplish his dream, my dream isn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? If I can't help him do that. And I see the subtle changes in him over the course of the series I think is dope, which is why, Larry, you'll remember, I said to Lawrence, I think Zoro's going to ask me off to train him way back in whatever year that was, because I saw that growth in his character. And then for him to actually do it, I was like, yo, this is what makes Zoro great. The strength, like, that's not it. Him being strong isn't it. It's the willingness to go through these like 4 dudes like Luffy after starting where he was originally. And he has some of the best character moments in the show. The Mihawk training one, I'll never lose again, the promise, nothing happened. Like Zoro has so much more going for him than he's strong. And it bothers me. I feel like most Zoro fans, and maybe I'm being biased here, they lean so heavily into the strength piece that they dismiss all the other actual great writing of him. And
I don't disagree with you there at all, but I think I don't know how quite to describe it, but like every of those moments that you described, right? Mm-hmm. It's still tied, not in an active fighting sense, but it's still tied into Zoro being strong and being a strong person, right?
Yeah, so it's still a focal point of his character, but it's not what makes him great.
Nothing happened is him being strong enough, not just physically, but emotionally. Like, the reason the losing the Mihawk fight so bad hit so hard is because you, as a viewer, up to that point, see Zoro as strong. You know what I mean? So it's still being tied. I am saying, like, he is a great character. Nothing you said is wrong. But I would still say, on the end of, like, even when he loses, when he wins, the way he acts, a lot of it does stem from the fact that he's strong And, you know, you can even further extrapolate that and be like, well, he also trains to be strong. He trains more than anybody else. So that's another facet of his character.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think, like, strength is like a pillar of Zoro's character in a way that I don't think necessarily contradicts what you're saying about him.
That's fair. That's all fair. I can go on, but I won't. We got more super chats. All right. We got another 10 from Reggie. For example, gaining experience in debating topics like who's the weakest straw hat, and I say Usopp, the opponent says Nami with a facepalm emoji. Don't matter where Nami gets webs, still crazy AP. I didn't fully understand that one. Who's the weakest straw hat? I say Usopp, and the opponent says Nami. Yeah, Nami would beat Usopp in a fight, in my opinion. So I agree with you there. Another $13.99 Canadian from Lotto, I think. I can't read it. It says, the same way people pray to Nika, I've seen panels and shrines with Buddhas on them in the story. So do you feel that Sengoku's fruit has been a letdown in terms of abilities and lore? Hashtag long time no sea tax. All right, yeah. It's hard to say because we just haven't seen a lot of Fujitora, so I'd say it's a letdown in the sense that we just haven't gotten a lot. But I think if we ever did see a lot from Fujitora or him fighting on earnestly or in his prime or anything, we would start seeing some crazy stuff. Obviously not Nika level stuff, but I feel like that's reserved for Oda and his, self-creation here. But I don't know. I think Oda's always going to have reverence for deities in that light and other people's cultures. So if it was ever time for Sengoku to show out, he's going to show out to a degree that makes us proud of the Buddha long term. But maybe that's wishful thinking on my end. I don't know.
I feel like I have a reasonable explanation because of what One Piece is.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, the reason why the Buddha fruit doesn't go as hard, even though it's a deity, is because the collective belief is lesser than sun god Nika.
That's fair. I think that's why the first part of his super chat was like, we see people in panels praying to Buddha shrines and things, but I don't think it's to anywhere near the degree that Nika is, right? Like at least thought of or believed in or recognized or mentioned. Like we're not seeing people casually talk about Buddha in passing on random islands and things. That's just not happening, right? There's other religions and things in the One Piece world, right? So I don't know. We got another 5 from Reggie. It says, and Broker is hilarious and he not lying, misreading and buffering while watching the anime. The laughing emoji. Broker's a man. And another 2 from Reggie. Facts, the Lost Slander was wild, twin. Larry. Yeah, Larry, you was tripping for that last week, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, my bad.
2 weeks ago. Another 2 from Reggie. Shout out to Trent. 100 with the fist emoji and fire emoji. Hashtag Zoro, hashtag Luffy go, hashtag Sanji go. Okay. I like seeing Monster Trio fans, man. I feel like there's so few and far between these days. And another 10 from Reggie. Reggie, you going crazy, bro. LOL, let me know because I rock with more than strength. Crying emoji, laughing emoji, 100. But we can talk about it if you want. You're calling me Law. Calling me and Law. Hold on. You're calling me Law and fact, Sev. He a grown man with character development. Story matters too. Yeah, man. Yeah, Zoro fans need to start talking about that more. All right, and not just who he beats in a fight, and why he's top 1, and why people are victims, etc., etc. But all right, that's all the super chats for now, guys. Like the stream if you haven't already. We're gonna get back to some more calls. I did have a request from NYC Anime Nerd to go because I think he has a stream. So, Nerd, talk to me, man. Nerd, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I was just in the middle of doing something. Yo, Larry, it's funny that you owe Trent an apology because after last night, you owe me one also. And if he's the Gorosei on Larry's list, I'm definitely Emu. But last night, you said something along the lines that you like the idea of Emu getting hurt, like through, like the Celestial or the Holy Knights getting hurt. I put that in a super chat like 2 months ago, and you were like, "Nope, don't like it." So
My bad, yo. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Sounds super sincere, bro.
Yeah,
But
bro, you got my apology. My bad, yo.
life's complete. What do you know?
So-
All right, so first of all, I wanted to say on the Nika not being real thing, I agree that he's not real. But I think it was like more of like a slave song that was like passed on. And like if you think in our history, like music was like very censored for a long time. And I think it's gonna be like I think that the Drum Island is gonna have to do with like the giants being enslaved, but like playing like literally playing drums like that, you know, to like a song like being sake actually being about, you know, like Nika. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. But I just think it comes from like a slave song. I think it's going to come from music.
Okay.
But what I'm going to talk to today about is the secret message of the Straw Hats bounty number, last official bounty number, which we got in after Wano, right? So we're going to look at the first four numbers because the rest are zeros. So the first four numbers are 8816. In Japanese, 8 is pronounced as Hachi.
Wait, nerd,
and
before you continue, I'm sorry. Whose bounty are we looking at for this?
the collective bounty of the Straw Hats.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Post
Thank you.
Wano, like the last official bounty we've seen.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
So it's 8 is pronounced Hachi. And so the first two numbers in it are 88. And so if you take the first two letters from Hachi, it's HA. So it'd be haha for the 88. Then the next number is 1, which is Ichi, and is how you pronounce it in Japanese. And if you take the I from Ichi, the first letter, you have I. So ha ha I. Now the last one is 6, and the ordinal of 6 is pronounced Mutsu. And if you take the MU, you have aha Imu. Now, what gets weird about this is that 16, which is the last two numbers in Japanese, which are the last two numbers put together is imu, but in Japanese, haha means mother, so it's saying mother imu. Now, this connects to my David Bowie theory, the Aleister Crowley part that splits he also splits our history into 3 parts, like the Harley text. And the first one is Isis, the mother. And now her story is about Set killing her husband, Osiris, and she collects his body parts and his memories and uses the Book of the Dead to bring him back long enough to have a child with him, Horus, who is the crowned and conquering kid and who defeats the old guard. So she hides him away under a different name, and she uses the Book of the Dead to raise him, which made me think of when we first saw Dami Reversi with Gunko. She had a book. A lot of people think it was a grimoire, but what if it's like a Book of the Dead, and this is kind of what the story is like symbolizing, because she is the like primordial mother of gods, and her son stays hidden until he is strong enough to be brought, or to like be in the world and take the throne from Set and reveal his true name, which is Horus.
Okay.
That's all I got.
So you're saying that the bounty itself is revealing Emu's actual name? I'm trying to get
Well, so I have it's revealing who Emu is based off of.
Okay.
So it's revealing that Emu is the primordial mother of gods who gave birth to Horus. So either I'm going to say either Joy Boy or not Joy Boy. I mean to possibly the first sun god who then had to hide because they didn't have the power. She changed his name, like many demon, like Ace changed his name, Law changed his name. So like changing away, hiding what the D actually stands for, and just like putting the D there. And so until he was strong enough to reclaim the throne and announce his true name from Set.
Okay.
So like Set killed his brother who was married to Isis, and when Set took the throne, it was like more of like dictatorship than like pray to the gods. It was like only pray to Set type of deal. And so
do you think that could be the tie-in between like Lily or
yes. Yeah, exactly. Because so Neftari was the 19th. Neftari was the queen of Egypt. The 19th generation queen's name was Neftari, and she was known to wear a veil constantly because her husband also died, and women were not supposed to lead. They weren't supposed to be quote unquote the pharaohs, and so she wore a veil so that people wouldn't be able to tell if it was a king or queen. But like obviously the consorts knew. And I think that just like kind of really ties into what we're reading.
Okay. Yeah, I don't be having the deep knowledge of these other like lores and religious texts and things. So I'd have to like do some additional research. But I like the bounty connection because Oda definitely does have hidden meanings in his bounties. And if you're saying that you're seeing Emu and his true history being revealed in the Straw Hat's most recent bounties, I think that's a really nice tie-in. That's a really nice connection. I haven't said that before.
I do think their bounty is obviously higher, but like the way the story's going right now, like if Mary Joie is on fire, like I don't think we're gonna get like a really like new bounty. Like this might be the last like official bounty that we see. Like obviously I think people want to see one that's like Pirate King Luffy's bounty, but like
you're saying that might come after.
I don't know if he's Pirate King. I see like the world got like, you know, it being like done with, you know, like the bounty system, like they're gonna be free. You know, so like the fact that this is like the last bounty as well, and you know, because Gunko having that grimoire also just like. And like the book being like the Book of the Dead makes sense because she is, you know, like raising people from the abyss, and like to me, like it makes sense that the Book of the Dead, it would be the Book of the Dead and not like a grimoire type of magic, because she's like looking for her husband, and that's why we see like different versions of Gunko, because it's just like a vessel right now.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely interesting. Yeah. Sure.
And I just wanted to ask for next week, I've been working on one that like has to do with the ending. Like it really ties in the ending of Fire Force,
Okay.
and I know it's playing right now, the anime, and if people are watching it, I don't want to spoil it. So maybe, yeah, I don't know if people are watching it, if you can let me know if you don't want to be spoiled, because it's
Okay. I'm
I think
fine with it. I've never watched Fire Force. And I'm the kind of guy that might need a spoiler to get me to watch something in general.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's a Fire Force theory?
Yeah, no, it's a One Piece theory, but it's based off of
The ending
like
of
what's
Fire
going
Force.
on.
Oh, okay.
Just, like, because like, the Adalas, so like they have doppelgangers
Mhm.
that come from like basically the opposite.
All right, we got folks in the chat saying please no spoilers.
Oh shit! Sorry. They're
Chill.
really gonna hate when you guys.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, probably save the theory for when season 3 ends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't season. This is the final season. This is the final part. They're
Yeah.
putting 88 chapters into 13 episodes, so you guys aren't even gonna get most of the lore. That's
Okay.
Well, I think I've heard a lot of controversy about that. I think they can pull it off. Actually.
I don't know. It's a lot because you guys gotta also realize that the end of Fire Force is how the world of Soul Eater starts.
Hmm.
Like this ending is like no in the book in the manga is like no filler. It's like these 88 chapters are like straight lore and fighting.
Yeah, but David Production, which is this the people who are animating Fire Force right now, they squeezed like 144 chapters of JoJo into 39 episodes. So them doing about 88 chapters in 12 ain't too far fetched.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like basically we're getting 8.79 chapters per episode.
Okay.
That's like
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a lot for me for an ending of something, personally.
They've done a good job so far fitting everything into these episodes. Because what, like 3 episodes are out right now?
Yeah, maybe. I haven't watched the newest. Yeah, 3 or 2.
Yeah. They just did like the Benny Maru fight. So
All right, they talking about y'all in the chat, man. I need y'all to wrap the Fire Force conversation up.
my fault.
Don't start a Bachumon.
Nerd, we gonna have to drop you there. I gotta get to a bunch of other calls.
I got.
Have a good night, man. And I'm looking forward to next week.
Well, not if I can't do it, but
I'm sure you'll have something else.
maybe. All right, have a good one.
Diverse, man. Coming in here, you didn't even introduce yourself. You just in here yapping. Spoiling people.
Hopping in just to spoil
Just
Fire
to
Force.
spoil Fire Force for folks.
I didn't say a single spoiler. That was all nerd.
Mm-hmm. No, don't do
I love
that.
Fire Force.
I just said how they adapted the episodes. That's it.
Listen, man. I ain't hearing it, bro. Not from you. Ain't even introduce yourself. People don't know who you are. You're just a random, potentially black voice to them. They don't know you.
Potentially black?
They don't know you, Verse. Those of you that don't know, this is Diverse. He's our first ever mod in the TOPT Discord, who is sometimes randomly graces us with his presence. He hasn't modded in probably 3 years, but he still pulls up to random call-in streams to randomly spoil people on animes that have nothing to do with One Piece. Yeah.
That's me.
That's him. He's also into whales for whatever reason, but that's a whole other conversation. We can get to a couple super chats before we move on. We got 5 from Reggie J. Yo, Reggie, you going crazy today, bro. Seb needs to learn I'm a different Zoro fan, and it's a small percentage of us with the fist emoji. I'm unbiased and keep it 100 and roast characters that I need better from, i.e. Dragon. But listen, I respect it, man. I'm gonna ask you another. Every time you do this, I'm gonna ask you a specific Zoro question, and whatever your answer is on that, I'll know whether you was capping or not. Another 7, Canadian from Lotto Boy. So to add to what you were saying, do you think if Emu and Blackbeard could get the world to stop believing or doubting Nika, it would weaken Gear 5 Luffy? That is an interesting thought process. Yo, Traverse, mute up, man. You got
my bad.
little children screaming in the background over there, man. Larry, what you think about that?
I've thought about this actually a couple times. I wondered if it would somehow affect the devil fruit and how strong it is. It makes sense to me, but I don't think it makes sense to the power scaling of One Piece. I think once the devil fruit is brought into existence by a collective belief, it stays in
A steady flow of like power.
a steady flow of time. Whatever it was created as that, then it doesn't get any weaker. If anything, it gets stronger because each person, in my headcanon, each person that eats a devil fruit, some of their haki or their willpower is left over into the fruit, sustaining the fruit through continuous life cycles. So that's just something that I think about.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. We did get another 2 from Reggie J. Nerd, I got you with some coffee and a Red Bull, bro. Okay. Buddhist, man. All love, Nerd. Yeah, they ain't like to spoil the Nerd. They ain't like it. Another 2 from Reggie. Verse said accusations. Listen, it's true. And Laboon. Yeah, man. Javerse is very into Laboon and Laboon type characters for reasons I can't get into detail here. So, all right, let's go to the next caller. It's going to be Infamous. Infamous, you there? Infamous going once.
Yeah. I'm here.
There we go. How's it going, man?
What's going on, man? Y'all got me early this time. Y'all called me early this time.
It's because you showed up early for once. You be late.
Right?
You be mad late.
All the time.
I did a whole other stream to get you here on time, man. You didn't even know about that.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Now, y'all doing all right, though? How y'all enjoying y'all New Year?
Oh, it was a good time, man. It's a good time.
That's what's up. Nah, man. I got that theory for you cooked up. The Aokiji Blackbeard.
Okay. Did you bring visuals?
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get a presentation, and I'm going to do one, but not for this one. I got you. Me and my man C. Robin cooking up a little presentation for y'all.
Okay.
I promise you, we got one for y'all. But first thing first, I just want to say, what's up, Larry? You all right, man?
I'm good, man. What's up with you? What's everything?
Not much, man. Quick question for you. You still think Lion will conquer?
Wait, what?
I said, quick question. You still think Lion will conquer?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I remember we was talking about that during last time. Can I just throw a couple jabs at you real quick about our last conversation? I hate to go back to a discussion, but I had to throw these at you, man, with some stuff I had thought about in our last conversation.
Listen, bro, I've been throwing apologies all night long, bro.
No. It ain't gonna be an apology.
I got you, bro.
No, it ain't gonna be an apology. It was just one statement you had said, right, when you was like, well, we all kind of agreed on it, but I kind of might have to backtrack mine a little bit. We was all talking, and we was like, law doesn't really give off conqueror, and I had to think back to that, and I was like, well, when we look at Law, and since we've been dealing with him, that's all he's been wanting to fight is conquerors. He's the one that even brought the idea of going to fight Yonkos to Luffy. He's probably gonna do that on his own anyway. But we see that through Law. He wants to fight conquerors. Everybody, at least every fight we've seen him in, probably pretty much been a conqueror, except Vertigo back then, maybe early on. But anyway, I thought about Rayleigh and Gabon. I wanted to know how you felt about them, because I'm like, they're conquerors, and if you was to ask me, I would say they got less drive than Law as far as like ambitions and trying to they just follow behind Roger for most of what we know them as. But they're conquerors. So I just want to know how you felt about that.
I feel like we can't confuse conquerors following other conquerors and them subsiding their own ambitions for somebody above them.
Okay.
So the reason I say that is because we've seen somebody like Zoro completely dissolve his own ambitions in order to uplift Luffy's. Would you say that Zoro is less of a conqueror than Law?
No, but I wouldn't say Zoro abandoned his ambitions neither. He still wants to, like, his dreams align with Luffy. So that's what I feel like makes it work. Like, he's not trying to be king of the pirates, but he wants to be the greatest swordsman ever known. So that kind of like works in tangent. You get what I'm saying? I don't think he let that dream down. And then you go back to like when they first was talking about their dreams, he tells Luffy, he's like, yo, you ever like veer off this path, like I ain't rocking with you no more. Cause it's like it kind of keeps Zoro going in the fit. I feel like they kind of work in tangent. He's chasing his dream, I'm chasing mine, but we're working together. Same thing, throws Sanji in there. He wants to be the greatest cook. But like
So
he's still
Zoro,
go ahead, my fault.
so Zoro decided that in order to be the world's strongest swordsman, he had to fight the world's strongest swordsman. And he had to beat him. But he completely gave up that dream at that moment to train under the world's strongest swordsman, knowing that his goal was sort of off course now because he gave it up just so he could get stronger for Luffy. So he took a back seat to his dream because of Luffy, because he wanted to uplift his dream. That's why he trained under Mihawk. So I would say that he kind of gave up the dream in a way, even though he didn't completely give it up, but he did take like a position where he said, I'm going to just go under the strongest person I know. And that was his goal. And he bent his head towards it.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I kind of still, it's a little bit, but I ain't gonna stay there too long, man. I want to get to this theory real quick. I know you said you got a hard stop, Seb. So I just want, like I said, I just wanted to hear how you felt about that real quick, though, Larry. All right, here we go. Aokiji, in my opinion, you guys, I think might be related to Blackbeard, and it's like a hot take. I know, and a lot of it is spec, you guys. So bear with me, but I'm trying to build this space in you guys' head where I'm going to make you guys a believer. So, all right, like I've seen the other comparisons, they say like Aokiji might be related to Brook and could be part of Sword, things of that nature, but I kind of went down a different path with it. Okay. So here it is. All right, my thoughts together. And I got it wrote down. Okay. The first thing that brought me to this theory was the fact that they had the same blood type. When I looked on their Viva cards, and I'm so mad I didn't write it down right now, I can't give you the type, but when I looked at their Viva cards, they had the same blood type. And I thought that was like kind of funny. And then, we got this recent viewing of Blackbeard as a child when he was young with his mother. And when we go back and look at Aokiji when he was early on in his in the Marines, if we never saw the full grown version of Blackbeard, you might have thought that boy grew up to be Aokiji. They look like so alike, it's crazy to me. So that was just me. So that's what started all this. So I got to looking up where is Aokiji from, and he was born in the South Blue, which we don't really know where Blackbeard is born yet. We know that his mom is from God Valley. When he pops up, he's at Shadeport when he goes to Whitebeard. So we don't really have a destination of like where his birth was, but I don't think they had to necessarily be born in the same spot to be related. The reason I bring up Aokiji being born in the South Blue is because during this time, Aokiji's 49, and he will be 9 years older than Blackbeard. Around that time, Rocks would have been building his crew, because when I looked it up, according to the knowledge I found, they said it took him about 12 years to build his crew after that first encounter where he meets Emu, which was 56 years ago. So in that time of the 12 years, he could have been moving around. We don't know where necessarily he found everybody. So, and this is the funny part, and I know you guys aren't gonna like it, but it's it's kind of funny to me. I kind of was like, where did Rocks get his name from? Right? Like his name is Davy D. Jabek. Why do we call him Rocks? Right? And it's gonna be funny, but I'm using it to boost my theory, and it's gonna work. But it's like he could have been getting his rocks off, man. You know what I'm saying? Moving around the sea, doing his thing. Like,
Fine,
it's like
man.
what, I'm sorry. I know, but I had to make it work. I had to make it work. I had to make it work
What
somehow.
are we
But
doing, bro?
listen to me.
What
I
are
promise.
we doing?
Listen to me. I just want to make you guys laugh, but listen to me. It's getting good. I promise. So, okay, that's as far as his birth. As far as how Rox could have ran into his mother possibly, or Aokiji's
Okay.
mom. Okay, boom. Fast forward you to their mentors. This is, like I said, this is where it gets good, really. Spec, bear with me, Spec. But some people believe that BB kind of Blackbeard sought out Whitebeard. You know, maybe through the stories that he heard from his mother. You know what I'm saying? You know, because his mother could have told him about his father, i.e. Rox, and the crew that he had. You know, could have told him about a strong pirate that ran with him that can make earthquakes with his hands and things of that nature. And I don't know how Blackbeard may have looked at that situation or if he even knows the full story of how his father passed. But if he did have that knowledge, he could have felt like Whitebeard abandoned his father in time of need. Because we see Whitebeard walk away from Jebek when he was, Domi back at God Valley. Now, do I think he left him behind? No, that's not my spec. We don't know how Blackbeard could have took that situation if he knows about it, right? So there's a little spec that he saw out Whitebeard to be part of his crew to build this whole master plan, right? And like I said, his mom could have told him about the crew. As far as Aokiji, I believe there's a little bit of the same scenario there. Could he had sought out Garp, the person that was heard of to be the hero of God Valley, where he last would have heard of his father being, because his mom could have knew of stories. If Rox is his father, right? His mom could have told him about Rox and like, yeah, your father was this great pirate and he, went off to go chase his dream and da da da. I'm gonna go back to that conversation in a minute. Bear with me. So in Aokiji's mind, he could have felt like Rox left his mother, like abandoned my mom. You just left my mom. Nabi. So he joins the Marines in the opposite idea of like, well, my father was this great pirate. I'm gonna go be a Marine, and I'm gonna go find the Marine who might have been, like I said, we got a little bit of stories of God Valley through Big Morgan, which was like a little falsified by the Marines, but it was led to be that Garp was the hero, right? So he could have joined the Marines to, like I said, follow and, let me see, what's going on here as far as with Garp and dealings with my father. All right. The part where it gets real interesting is we get this notion that Aokiji has always like questioned the Marines, even when we go back to O'Hara. Like, he doesn't even fully follow the order of, obliterating O'Hara. He lets Robin go. He even sits in the office while they blame Aokiji. I mean, not Aokiji, Akainu for the incident. And if you go back to the scene, like I said, I'm an anime watcher. If you go back to the scene, they go to Aokiji in that moment of Akainu being scolded for the situation, and he has like this. I couldn't put it into words, but you almost kind of just like feel like he was on to something. And even when we first hear about Aokiji, they say he used to go on pilgrimages by himself, and he's a wanderer. We don't even know where he be sometimes. I thought that was kind of weird for you to be an admiral that just goes off by yourself and nobody knows where you go, right? So I felt like that all might have played a part in his questioning of the military, right? Like, and the reasons he does what he does. This leads you up to when he gets kicked out the Marines, or he leaves the Marines after, losing to Akainu. And he ends up he goes to Pirate Island. I'm fast forwarding a little bit, 'cause I know I'm getting long-winded, but he goes to Pirate Island. And I thought that was so symbolic because some people say, like I said, with the theory that thinking he's part of SWORD, that was like the role. But in my eyes, I don't see you didn't know Blackbeard was there to be going to look for Black. I don't know. Me, I felt like he went there for an internal reasoning, his father. His mother told him about rocks, right? You at this point in your time in your career, you might feel betrayed by the people you thought to be devoted to, and then and once being in it, you seeing all the inconsistencies and kind of like dragging. You seen like, yo, how could I be part of something like this? You know, maybe, right? We ain't get that full picture yet, but maybe, right? So he goes to Pirate Island to maybe go and see what his father was about. Why was my father against these people who I thought to be good? Because I heard so much bad about you. Let me go check you out. And symbolically, he runs into his brother, Blackbeard. And in the conversation they have, right? That's why I'm gonna bring you back to the mother conversation here in a minute. Blackbeard, you know, we don't see the conversation, but in my head canon, because like I said, all this is spec. So like I said, I'm trying to get y'all here with me. But he in the conversation, he could have spoke of his father's dream. He could have said, yeah, man, I'm going, and he might not have said Emu, you know, name specifically, because we don't know if Blackbeard knows Emu. We might think that, but we don't know that. But he could have just said, I'm going to get the real king of the world. I'm going to take down the real king of the world. So somebody that's been in the military, that might, especially if Aokiji doesn't know Emu, right? That might trigger him like, yo, what the real king of the world? What you talking about? On top of Aokiji's mom telling him the same thing. Yeah, your father went to go chase his dream to go conquer the king of the world. All headcanon, but if Blackbeard would have said something to him like that, I feel like in my mind that would have triggered Aokiji to be like, man, you know what? I'm finna follow you, man. Let's go see what's going on. Now, do they know their brothers yet, or when are we gonna find that out? Yeah, I don't know, and I'm still drawing up like the bow tie at the end of this present, but yeah, that's everything.
Okay. You definitely ain't convinced me yet, but I see the thought trains now though. Like there's something there. I actually went and looked at the two childhood pictures when you was talking. They do look borderline identical. I ain't gonna lie.
You see what I'm saying, man?
Very similar look. I like the thought. I know I clowned you for it, but I like the thought process around the rocks having more children, because I've always thought that, and this is going to sound extreme, but if Rocks and Roger are supposed to be the quintessential pirates and the peak of pirating, then odds are they probably got more than one woman pregnant. That's just kind of how pirates are. So I always thought that it was very...
So you with me on that. So you with me on that.
I always thought it was very possible that Roger had other children that just didn't make it because they got caught up in the rounding up or whatever. Or maybe there's other kids that are just alive out there. It's probably not true, but I've always just kind of thought that. So it stands to reason that somebody would think that about Rocks, right?
Right.
But beyond that, too much speculation, man. It's just a lot.
I know. I literally created my own story, but I feel like it fit the parameters of like what's going on.
Hey, man, I wouldn't be shocked at it though. I'll tell you right now, you laid the groundwork. I feel like the foundation is there. I think Oda would have to start highlighting these things in a more prominent way for me to like start really making these connections versus how you did, with mostly speculation. But hey, I can see it, man. I can see it. They definitely look similar when they was kids. They have a similar skin tone, similar hairstyle, and we don't know what the connection is yet. They bonded over something. You know?
They bonded over something. So, and I've been cooking this theory up for a minute. My friends bashed me for it, but I know it's a hot take, but I truly I see something there. I see something there, man. I see something.
Something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Infamous. I'll let you go. I'll let you yap for a little bit longer than I planned on.
Can I give you a hot take real quick and I'm gone? I promise I'm gone.
Real quick.
I think we lose a Roger commander this year. I think it's gonna be Silver Israeli. I think Silver Israeli dies at the end of this story.
I'm with it.
I'm gone.
I'm with it. We need that.
Take all of them.
Everyone
that didn't come to save Ace, take them all.
God.
I feel you. Hey, y'all be blessed, brother. Hey, appreciate your time, man. Thank y'all so much, man. You hear me?
Yeah, man. Infamous. Have a good night.
Now. Yes, sir.
That's too funny, man. Lay off Gabon at least. Gabon ain't had no means to get there, bro. All right.
Yo, Seb, what was your hard stop again?
7:45. So we
7:45.
gonna have to start locking in a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
I gotta go do something, so I might be right back.
Okay.
All right, brother. Give me a
Next
second.
up, Goat Man. Talk to me, man. And rapid fire. I got a hard stop in like 25 minutes.
Yo, I got a theory for you. I got it written out. I got a PowerPoint.
Do you really?
I ain't got a PowerPoint, but I do got it written out.
All right, talk to me.
All right. I got it down to about 3 minutes, but this theory is about the storm that guards the dawn, right?
Okay.
So before I get into it, I want to establish a couple of hard facts. First, Loki called himself Nika, the sun god who would destroy the world. But I don't believe he meant the literal planet. I believe he meant the world that Emu created. The system, the simulation, all of that. Second, as Loki dodged Ragnar's blows, Harold called out that no one ate the fruit, not because they didn't want to get it, but because they couldn't get it. It's out to me that there must be something to where the fruit chooses its user instead of you just find the fruit and take it.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, that put it in the same narrative category as the Nika fruit and Emma, where you're not just getting power, but it's a trial that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
So where it picks up is Ragnar is a squirrel. In Norse mythology, there's a squirrel named Ratatoskr. He runs up and down Yggdrasil, which is also referred to as the world tree.
Mm-hmm.
He's a messenger, a tester, and a troublemaker. And he carries word between the eagle at the top and the serpent at the roots. But a key detail is he constantly carries insults between the two. So he doesn't just maintain the balance, but he also tests it. When Oda gives us a squirrel that tests worthiness, guarding the fruit that no one can eat on Elbaf, I feel like he's hiding the answer in plain sight, like it's Panda Man or something. So a couple requirements for what Loki's fruit could be. It's a mythical zone. Allegedly, it grants flight and claws, but I believe the claws could have been talons in the silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
It's catastrophic if misused, cannot be eaten unless the user is worthy, and is deeply tied to lightning. So that shows that the fruit is meant for a protector and not just a conqueror. All of this led me to this conclusion. Loki has the Tori Tori no Mi motto, Race Velger, aka the Storm Sovereign. In Norse mythology, Race Velger is a giant Jotun who takes the form of an eagle. He sits at the top of Yggdrasil at the edge of the world, and it's said that the beating of his wings creates all winds and storms. But modern interpretation places him in Helheim, where he governs the balance of souls. He's not heroic, he's ominous, but he represents the cold, distant forces that come before Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
So in One Piece terms, the fruit itself grants sovereignty over the sky, and Ragnar isn't just a weapon, but he's a tester and the enforcer of balance. This could explain why Loki said he could fly. The clause that was shown in his move, Nibelheim, which I read as Nilfheim,
Mm-hmm.
and how he was able to manipulate ice with that attack. It would also show why worthiness matters more than strength. So looking at Harold, if he ate it, Yarul said that he could have led to world destruction. Why is that? Because now he's aligned with Emu. He now represents authority, control, and supremacy. So if you give a man like that dominion over global winds, storms, and sea routes, you don't get freedom, but you get absolute isolation. Nations cut off, trade frozen, and rebellion suffocated. You get access to a world that can't go further. Loki didn't seek the fruit for his power, but he did accept the trial. He endured the punishment and chose balance over dominance. That's why Ragnar accepts him. To me, this kind of mirrors Luffy and the Nika fruit, but not as a duplicate, more as a counterpart. Luffy is the sun that brings freedom, and Loki is the storm that guards the dawn. Elbaf's mythical treasure isn't a crown, but it's a mythical zone tied to the world tree itself. It's a power that can't be taken by force, but it's a force that exists to protect balance, not grant rule. Race Velger isn't the storm that ends everything, but he is the one that asks, are you ready to sail into the next age? This will mean that Loki is not Nika, but he is the storm that clears the sky for him. And that's what Emu tried to stop.
I like that a lot. What was the name of the mythical zone again?
It was Race Velger. So it's HRAE SVELGR.
Okay.
It's a giant Jotun, which is a frost giant, but it takes
Mm-hmm.
the form of an eagle. And
Mm.
the originals, it's more so it sits at the top of Yggdrasil, and it keeps the balance of the world basically. Something's out of place, then it's flapping its wings. It sends all these storms and these crazy winds all over. That kind of, it affects the whole world, or every realm can feel it. But modern interpretations like Final Fantasy, they had and this is the only thing I could tie to Nibelheim. They had a Nibelheim region on there. And
Uh-huh.
in the Nibel region, they had their own race filter, but it looked more like a dragon. But the only way I could tie that to Loki is in his silhouette. Instead of the horns being up on his face, it's like they kind of swoop down next to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
In
Okay.
the images, if you look it up, you'll see it's like a dragon with like two sets of wings, but like it has these horns that swoop down the same way next to the face. But this
Yeah.
theory will also prove why Loki wouldn't join as a Straw Hat. If this turns out to be true, then he's truly needed in Elbaf to maintain the balance of the world, at least until the final war.
Mm. Okay. Listen, I like it a lot. Well, mostly because I haven't heard this. I haven't heard of this animal, like, or this like a deity in Norse mythology before, but it looks badass. So I'm rocking with it just off the strength. I did like the tie-ins you made with the tree, as well as the powers, the Ratatosker, and being this like balance shifter, protector of the dawn. Like, I like that, because to me that'll tie in more specifically with whatever happened between Loki and Shanks. If Shanks knows what this fruit is, Shanks has always been about balance of power. Every action he's taken in the series to this point in time has been to maintain the balance, to ready the world or hold the world in a state before Luffy, you know what I mean? To make sure the world doesn't shift too drastically in one side or the other. So taking out Loki could potentially be why. Like, he sees him as potentially somebody that can counterbalance that balance with this devil fruit. And the devil fruit's actual tie is to maintain balance or soar to the next era using it. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. So
it's an essential piece, and it's like Shanks didn't move to stop Whitebeard from going after Blackbeard or going to rescue Ace, but he did try to prevent Kaido from going. And if that's the reason that he stopped Loki, then the only time that he acts before his time is when it's something that can change the plan, or it could change the balance of the world before getting to the point where it actually needs to go into the next era.
Yeah, I like
Man,
that a
I'll
lot,
put some
man.
time in and make sure I wrote it out.
Yeah, we appreciate you taking the time to write it out. I know Larry loves that. He had to run for a little bit, but I know he loved hearing. He's gonna love hearing that because he just watched these on the playback. So appreciate it, man. Really.
Good, man. Appreciate the time. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
All right, next up, let's get Reggie J in here. You've been donating like crazy. Reggie, man, talk to me.
Hello.
What's going on, bro?
So much. This time I'm ready. I was talking to a broker, and then you feel me? I got pulled up.
All right,
No.
bet. What's up?
Now, oh my bad. Yeah. First things first. I'm gonna start with the your beef with Zoro, bro. Not really a beef, but your beef with me and my Zoro fandom.
Listen, Zoro fans be doing too much, man. That's all I can tell you. Y'all be doing too much, man.
Didn't I say that too? I'm with you. Yeah, man. The whole cast is twin, but nah, for real, it be over biased takes and stuff. And like you're saying, it's not only about strength. In the most cases, most anime watchers do that. They only watch about the fights, forget the story, character.
Reggie? Yeah, Reggie, you still there? Yo?
You hear me?
Now I can hear you. What's up, man? My fault.
Okay, I got scared. You good? Yeah, I was looking through my notes, but yeah, basically that. You feel me? So the characters I be roasting and make fun of, like Dragon, or whoever else that don't, you know what I'm saying, be doing nothing, showcasing wise versus the characters we compare them to, like Shanks or whatever. Even Mihawk, even though Mihawk versus Luffy. You feel me? You said intention matters, but
It do.
we'll talk about that another day.
It
I
do.
hear you, but
Be a
Daniel,
Zoro fan shading Mihawk, man. What's good with you?
because he can't be Shanks.
Oh my god. Hey man. At least you
love
keep it
it.
real, bro. At least you
Thank
keep
you.
it
That's all
real.
all I want to be known. That's it. Thank you. You see me? Now the world knows. I love it. You feel me?
All right, what's up?
And,
What do you want to talk about? Because I
I
got
got you.
rapid fire these, bro. I got like
rapid fire. Oh,
I
say
got like
less.
15 minutes.
That real quick. What's your spell about the? Cause Larry be adding you about Conqueror's hockey use real quick. What's your take on your Conqueror's hockey and hockey above all in the show versus, you feel me? Because that's what all the argument really stems from. Because people would already see hockey the same. You feel me?
Yeah. I'm not a hockey over everything guy, as you probably can tell.
Okay.
I do believe it will be the crux at the very end, and it is what separates the top tiers. So at the highest levels, yes, I do believe hockey will be the thing, the most pivotal means to winning. Like to me, if Luffy and Blackbeard fight, right, it'll be Luffy's hockey that makes him win that fight. Blackbeard will have all the hacks. He'll even have a direct counter to Luffy's Delph abilities, but it'll be Luffy's hockey, his willpower and ambition, and his height that he can reach with that'll win him that fight. I do think that'll be the end of, it'll be a similar situation towards the end when he fights Emu or whatever, right? But I don't think that's the case in most fights, right? Like, unless you are at the top tiers of hockey utilization, being a hockey user doesn't grant you a W over somebody that's not a hockey user if that person has hacks over you. So, like, for example, I don't think Kinemon beats Enel in a fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know Enel also has hockey, but like even if he didn't, like he can use his lightning abilities to body Kinemon. Kinemon has a very limited chance to win a fight like that. So it's like, if you saw me hockey over everything, you're telling me that Kinemon, a hockey user, outright defeats a dude like Enel. Same thing with like Crocodile. Like I don't think Kinemon's beating Crocodile in a fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's where levels come in, but I'm gonna let you finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like at the highest levels, I can agree with hockey over everything. But even now, like we're getting into the end game of the story, and we're re-implementing hacks in a way that like Dami Reversi isn't hockey. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And one of the strongest hockey users in the world in history fell victim to it. We don't know what the parameters of that is exactly, but you get what I'm saying? He wasn't able to just flex his hockey and get out of that, and he's a top tier. You get me? So it's like,
For sure.
it's like difficult for me to just be like, yo, hockey over everything, even at the highest level, even if I think that hockey will be the answer that Luffy needs to win at the highest level. Does that make sense?
It do, but I'll just say maybe because I heard brokers talking about another time skip, and I've been thinking about it. Maybe just a higher level with hockey levels than Ryu. Maybe because Gabon training. I'll say that, but I'm with you though. I do agree. I'm with you.
Okay.
And also, I'm gonna let you go. People waiting. Tell your boy Larry Abbey back, man. I know he don't be on there that much. I just want to debate. You feel me? Just the aura, feel me? My little badges.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, Larry not
I'm
debating
getting known out
nobody,
here.
bro.
No, as long as he Abbey back.
Larry not
Cool. He don't like to he don't like to be wrong. I know.
It's
I
not about
understand.
that. The dude just busy. Y'all don't understand. All the clips that y'all see from us, Larry's producing them, editing them. He's editing stuff probably right now. You don't got
18, 20
time.
minutes long. Definitely so. I respect
Listen,
it. I appreciate y'all work.
Reggie, I don't be wrong. All right. I hear the hockey talk. Y'all talking nonsense. Okay. Let me just put it out there right now.
No, Larry, I think you're confused. Like, I'm with the hockey above all, like, and the level thing.
Okay,
but I
okay.
hear where Seth coming from. Yeah, I hear where you're coming from. 'Cause, like, for me, I like to agree, disagree, or like, I like to hear people out and see where they're coming from versus you wrong. You feel me? And start arguing, like in the voice chat sometimes, you feel me? So, point of views matter, and then we just talk it out.
I understand my way of speaking is very direct and firm, but we're not going to sit here and act like Sebastian never says he's not wrong and then trolls about it.
I do that to y'all.
So
I do that to y'all in person. I don't do that in the Discord and
Sebastian
our
is
streams.
equally as bad. It's just that he looks like a teddy bear, so everybody's loving him and hugging him. Meanwhile, I have a very big head.
Don't say that, bro. You twin, bro. I ain't.
Listen, man. Listen. I have a way of speaking that blends itself to people being agreeable with me. That's it. That's all it is.
No, I ain't gonna lie, because like Larry's saying, like people think they bully you, bro. Like I be saying, yo, Seth, fight back. Just to say it, because like Law, Lionel, and Larry, like they all like on the same side.
Listen,
You just grabbing your face.
what it is that charm doesn't work on them. That's the difference.
They know you. They know you.
Sebastian technically has the Opie no me, bro, and y'all all fall under it, and we don't.
I just know.
Because we know he be BSing, bro. Y'all don't think it.
Yo, I look all for likes, man. I box likes, comments, put the algorithm up. I love it.
Reggie, we gotta drop you there. I gotta get a couple more people in here, all right?
Yes, sir. Hey, good talking to y'all. Catch y'all and stay safe.
Yeah, and thank you again for all the donations, bro. You be going crazy, bro. Really, you don't have to do all that.
Yes, thank you, Reggie, for all that you do.
Yeah. Facts. Y'all ain't gonna be that funny, but shit.
I'm gonna let you curse.
Okay.
No. I said shit. No. I would never do that.
Reggie.
I would never do that. Okay. I gotta go. Love y'all.
He said, "Y'all not even that funny." So...
Yo, what a jerk, right?
That's too funny, man. All right. Who else we getting in here? Let's get T-Raw in here. I saw T-Raw in there for a minute. T-Raw.
Yo.
What's going on, man? Rapid fire. I got like 10 minutes.
Man, this is crazy. Okay. Oh my God! Don't let Infamous call back no more.
He was yapping, bro. That's your cousin, man. You gotta get him.
I would say that's cuz. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna beat him up later though. Okay, but I got a theory about what happened with the Lunarians.
You gotta be quick, man. I got like 3 more callers I gotta get to, man. Talk to me. Bullet points.
I'm good. I'm just trying to catch my breath. I was just running to the other room. But Harold was trying to atone for some great sins that we never know about that the Giants did all these ancient times ago, or however many thousand years ago. I believe that the Giants are the reason that the Lunarians are gone. And I believe that was there was some type of, war that was probably manipulated, by some third party. I'm thinking the 20 Kingdoms, the original 20 Kingdoms. Because we see a lot of the Giants, how they look at violence as just that's like fun to them. Dorian Broggie, they've literally been fighting for years and they're best friends and they're fighting to the death. And, even when Harold was running around the seas and stuff, he was just literally beating up people just because he thought it was fun. So in ancient times, I can imagine it was probably way worse and there was way more people like Dorian Broggie, Old Harold, Loki, and all of them. And they just wanted to fight strong opponents. You know what I mean? So I'm imagining that some type of way they end up fighting the Lunarians that lived on the Red Line. Excuse me. And like I said, I'm assuming they were probably manipulated by somebody, like I said, the 20 Kingdoms. And like similar to something what happened with Dorian Broggie back in Little Garden. You know what I mean? Maybe they were fighting just because, or maybe they were fighting just to see who was stronger. And, during the battle, the 20 Kings sneak in and do some shiesty. You know what I mean? Because the reason why I say that is because the only people that stand to gain from the Lunarians losing is the 20 Kingdoms, the original 20 Kingdoms, because they are effectively, they've been ruling since ancient times. We know all the original 20 Kingdoms before they lived on the Red Line. The Lunarians live on the Red Line, yes, but they're known as gods. And the famous quote goes, "What is a king to a god?" So if this whole time y'all been doing y'all thing down here, running stuff, and then all of a sudden, literally God is like upstairs, you know what I mean? It's like, you're kind of like pointless, right? As a king, what's a king to a god? So I think the 20 Kingdoms wanted to get the Lunarians out of there. Not to mention they, most likely had this crazy unique power source, which, they have the Mother Flames, but I think they had something to do with bringing the the sun, quote unquote, the mother flame into the picture for the blue planet people. Because we see that we're using it on the moon mural. The sky people were using mother flames on the moon mural. So it's not like just a blue planet thing. It obviously exists other places outside of Earth. So I think they showed the people how to do that. And the humans wanted, the full control. And they obviously, like I said, they want to get God out of the way so we can be God. Man became God. And that is, that's it.
Okay, that's really interesting. I like the idea of the Celestial Dragons, the original 20 Kingdoms, finessing a war between two races that they couldn't beat themselves, right? Because if I can't defeat the Giants of Elbaf and I can't defeat the Lunarians on the Red Line, how do I pit them against one another so that I can reap the benefits of that? I really like that thought process, and that's something I definitely could see Emu or whoever, doing. As far as what it would be and how is, I guess, where you have to close that gap, right?
Exactly. I'm thinking maybe an ancient weapon was used to help them gain the advantage. But like you said, with the whole Giants thing, we see that still stands to this day. They don't move against Elbaf because Emu was quite literally scared of what would happen.
You know what that reminds me of too is Crocodile and Alabasta. Basically the entire plot was to get the revolution, like the rebels to hate Cobra and then have those two parties fight. And then you'd come in and clear, you know what I'm saying? So
and save the day, yeah.
And if that is
and look at what the Giants look like after that time. They're considered savages. Nobody in the world wants to work with them, be friends with them, because we see that's what Harold is working toward in current time. So that works out for the people, the 20 kingdoms. That works out on both sides. Lunarians are gone. Nobody likes the Giants because they're savages and killers. Oh my God, they killed God. Look at them,
Yeah, two birds, one stone.
Quite literally.
No, I like it a lot. I really do.
Yeah.
I just want to figure. I have to think of my own way how they made this happen. Like, what was the reasoning? But honestly, I would like to see that fight happening because in my mind, I went crazy and started seeing Giants climbing the red line to get up there, which is absolutely insane. But
imagine a Conqueror's Lunarian. Imagine King with Conquerors. Oh my God.
See, now you got me thinking about using the Sunstones to try to traverse the red line and them going to war for real, or the Lunarians descending down and trying to protect the wall. Like that's the type of stuff we gotta see.
And the Sky people have been heavily associated. I tell my buddies this all the time, but they've been heavily associated the entire story. We met giants in Skypiea. There's a giant on the map in Jaya, Giant Jack. The things turn giant when they go up to the sky, apparently for some weird reason. All the symbols on the bell look just like the symbols on the castle. There's a consistent parallel between the Giants and there's some type of relationship there heavily.
Yeah, man.
And I think the Mountain High West is Elbaf.
T-Raw, I gotta drop you there. But dope theory, man. I like that.
Deuces. Appreciate you, man.
All right, we gotta rapid fire it. Let's get Lex in here. Lex, talk to me, man. It's been a while.
Oh, you guys didn't even forget me. Awesome. Okay, cool. I'll make it quick because I know you gotta go. I just had 2 quick questions. I thought you guys might find interesting. But also, how are you guys? Everything good? So anyways, that's good. But anyways, so the first thing I wanted to ask is, do you guys think that they will ever make another artificial devil fruit? Because I was thinking like, which one would they want to make? Because like someone like York can basically make it. I was thinking, what if Emu would want to replicate like the up Nomi? You know what I mean? And just have like a random person have it, and then make, you know what I mean? And then maybe make someone else immortal or something like that. I don't know. That's mostly what I have for the first question. I don't know if you have any feedback on that, because I think that would be cool to see other devil fruits replicated and stuff.
In the modern day, no, but I envision that it'll happen longer, like going forward, like long term. Somebody's gonna want to create a devil fruit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then for the second thing I wanted to say, so you know how Bonnie, she gave herself that like Nika form on Egghead where she's like, "Oh, I imagine a future where I'm Nika." What if, let's say, I know this is like my headcanon, but let's say she awakens it and she can give it to all like that Nika form, but to all the Straw Hats. You get me? Like have them all in that white cloaked like Haguro, you know what I mean? Like kind of form similar to Nika's, but it's you know what I mean? Like a different skin for each of them. And I think that would be cool, but it's kind of a reach. But what do you guys think of that? Like, you
I
know,
hate
kind of
it.
like in yeah. I was gonna say kind of like in Naruto, how they got the QB cloaks. That's what I was thinking. You feel me?
It's come up on the pod before. I personally would hate it, but that's me. I
Yeah,
think
I feel you.
the cool thing about the Straw Hats is that they all fight in their own unique ways.
Yeah,
Them all
man, I
getting
thought it was
some Nika
original.
cloak to try to replicate the abilities of other people in the crew. I don't like that at all, personally.
Yeah, I get you. Damn, I thought that was an original idea, so I'm gonna take the walk of shame unless someone else wants to say something else. But
Nah, you good, man. You
yo,
good?
all right, yo, I'm a dip. Y'all have a good night though. All right, y'all.
Yeah, you too,
Later.
Lex. And
Thanks,
sorry, man.
bud.
I know you took a while
Dude,
to get
it's
to
all
you.
good.
But
It's all good, bro. It's all good. Later. Ciao.
you say ciao? All right, I'm gonna try to get a couple more callers in because people are still waiting. Let's get Rel.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? Yo, rapid fire. I know you've been waiting a while. I'm trying to get everybody's call in today. I got a hard stop in like 10 minutes. So talk to me, man.
All right, so my only theory is down with the emu, the seraphims, we got the God's Knights, everything, holy knights, and all that whatnot, right? So most interpretations, there's not really a number on them, but most interpretations go 4 or 7 seraphim, and that's what we got. Like what, 7 seraphim? I'm thinking that emu is gonna be Legion. He was the guy in the Bible that had all the demons inside of him. They were many in one. So I want to see what your thoughts on that was.
Trying to remember the story of Legion in the Bible. That's like Mark, right? That's so long. I haven't read this in a long time. It's been a while for me, bro. This is why we need Lawrence Lano on these streams. You're saying that Emu would have a bunch of demons within him, and that's how he's drawing this power from? Or what do you?
And these demons, okay, so all these demons, I'm thinking Oda's way of doing it is all these demons are connected to Emu as far as to, you know what I'm saying, being able to regenerate. He can take the powers from them and whatever else because they are a part of him. That's his demon that he placed inside of him. But Emu is the main vessel.
Right. Okay. I can definitely see it. I don't know if it'll get that complicated with Emu. I've always been under the impression it's just a devil fruit that he's utilizing to do these things, and maybe a devil fruit in conjunction with something else that's happened to him, like the Opi Opi no Mi or something. But I can see it.
Human? What if he the human Legion, man? Like you, like the reason why I say I think Marie Joie or where they're at is more Christian based. Every area we go to, you can tie it to a mythology or something. Like Skypea, the thunder god with the things that come around. He's a reference to him. Wano, of course, with all the dragons and different things. Alabaster, you can say pretty much Egyptian, like the dude that's half eagle, half man. When he turned into his hybrid form, he kind of looked like Raw, don't he? So I'm thinking that their mythology or where their religious base gonna come from is gonna be from the Christian base due to Kuma always carrying the Bible and he was a slave of theirs. The fact that they're God's knights, they go by certain numbers that line up with numbers that's in the Bible. You know, they got 7 seraphim.
I mean, I can see it. I can see it. I just don't. I think it's not a real pushback per se, because I definitely think you're onto something here. It's that if Nika is this created being that Oda like crafted for this. I've been under the impression that whatever Emu has will be a similar creation of Oda's, right? Or at least in a similar vein. It can definitely reference other things. I just don't know if it'll be a direct reference or draw or parallel to some other being in that way. But it could be. That's where my mind goes. But it definitely could be. I don't have a strong pushback against it.
All right, man. That's all. That's the only fire I had to drop for tonight, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna be coming up with some things. Trying to work with some people. You know what I'm saying? Doing my research on some more things to get some more theories on out here for y'all boys. And toss y'all that heat some later on down the line.
All right, Gotti. Appreciate you, bro.
Mm-hmm. Y'all be blessed, man.
Yeah, you too. All right. Let's get Reaper in here. Reaper, real quick, man. Rapid fire. I got like 5 minutes. And I got 2 more callers to get to.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Talk to me.
Dude, what's up? How y'all going? Lightning screen? I was just wondering, do y'all think that Kid could be at Ida's? Oh, I got to meet to the screen. Y'all think Kid could be at Ida's Tavern?
Could be. Drowning his sorrow away, man. I mean, it's a little late for that.
Probably.
It's a little late. I ain't gonna lie, for that kind of wholesome situation. Maybe Elbaf already turned up, man. We already in it.
And he can show up. We need help.
Listen, man. I feel like that's a very beginning of the arc kind of plot development. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Like that's
Luffy still is yet to see the problem. So arc gotta begin to me.
But we in it though. We closer to the climax than we are to the beginning, bro.
You're right.
But that would have been a cool development though.
I think so too. But real quick, I think I was wondering what you think the odds are that Ragnar belonged to Galila versus belonging to the warrior god Elbaf.
I think it's more likely it belongs to the warrior god at this point. Although Galila does translate to like Warhammer, right? Or Warhammer Company. Just because of what it's doing, it doesn't seem to have anything to do with like crafting anything right now. Like I could be wrong with that, but like if we swing in and it's freezing stuff, we're swinging and lightning's pulling up, people theorize that other elements can be utilized. It's just not giving me a lot of creation. It's giving me a lot of fighting and destruction. Now, granted, those things can go hand in hand, especially in One Piece, but as of right now, with the restrictions of people even getting to it, and it's being duty bound to protect for people to get this other devil fruit, I don't know. I think it's more aligned with the warrior god of Elbaf than the Galilot peoples right now anyway. I think if anything, they're connected in the way that like the warrior god might have run the company at some point, and maybe you need Ragnar to unite those people together. But Larry, I think I heard you jump.
So it's crazy because I had a very similar theory, but I completely forgot to write it in my notes for this Monday that just passed. I think that hammer is also from the second world and whatever giants created Pluton, which might have been the Galila. So if these giants on Punk Hazard are from the second world where Joy Boy existed and the Galila was there, we know that the Galila went to Water 7 to build Pluton, right? And when Frankie and Iceberg were like, hey, this is kind of impossible for humans to build, it would have just meant that the Galila most likely built Pluton. So in my opinion, I think that the hammers that they used to build Pluton might have been hammers like Ragnar.
Like they all have Zoan or something? They all have a power?
Yeah, to a degree. I think some of them have just like very, very strange powers, which would also mean that these giants were even more dangerous than we actually thought. This is why probably the Ancient Alliance decided to get together.
Nah, because the giants were not bad people. So
They had a history of violence. They were literally saying, "Yo, we're just not compatible with most countries."
Everybody has a history of violence.
Put it this way. No. Hold on. Not everyone has a history of violence like the Giants, because the Giants actually pride themselves on their violence, unlike other
They pride themselves
who are
on
under, like,
their warrior pride. It wasn't like them. Oh, look at this! We just killed a bunch of people. They're not. They don't go out and start
Harold
wars.
was
That wasn't what they
literally
do.
going around.
Harold was.
Other giants that Harold deemed unworthy of being an Elbaf giant after his mind had changed was. And remember, these same people built an ancient weapon.
Harold ruled for a very long time. Okay. Yes, they built an ancient weapon.
A couple years, bro.
In the lifespan of giants, sure. Sorry, I know you guys got to go, but listen, the giant race were not inherently bad just because a bunch of people did bad stuff. Harold went around and he led people into doing even more bad, and that made a bunch of the giants think, okay, well, we can just be that. So yes, there were some people that didn't want to go the same way that Harold went when he switched, but that does not mean that all the giants are then still violent. The majority of the giants were with that peace stuff when he wanted to switch. The majority of the giants were not trying to be pillagers. That's just how the story shows.
They were literally stated as giants running around pillaging as pirates.
The majority of them.
What did Roto do when we first saw Roto?
But Roto's a pirate.
Roto had slaves.
But he's a pirate.
Roto had slaves, bro.
The special dragons have slaves. I mean, the that's not any worse.
Yo, guys, I got to drop, bro. We got to wrap.
Yeah.
Larry, Reaper.
Yeah,
I gotta have to agree to disagree, bro.
Y'all have a good night. I'm glad that Loki is stronger than Shanks. That's you, Larry. Ta-ta.
0% rage bait.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm going to try to get Mario up one in here, bro, real quick. Mario, man, rapid fire. I know it's early for you, man. I got like 1 minute. Talk to me. Mario not even here. All right. Up one, bro. You got like 1 minute before we close out. Talk to me, man.
I'm finna blow. No, I'm just playing. Okay. I'm gonna just spit some ideas, cause I low key thought y'all was. First of all, hope y'all day is going all right. Hope everything.
We don't got time for this. Up one. Say what you gotta say. I got 2 minutes.
Why you doing me like that?
You showed up late,
What game you finna go on? What game y'all finna watch?
I gotta do the Survivor, the One Piece Survivor. I gotta join
Me too.
that. So hurry up, bro. Come on.
I'm getting rushed by Sebi. Schwebby. Okay, look.
You
What do you think about Brooke being a holy knight? Killed.
Brooke a holy knight?
What do you think about
like in his
Brooke
past?
a past holy knight? Like not maybe not like a straight holy knight, but a servant or a
like a god's blade.
No, like a. Okay, so you know how in Hunter x Hunter, Kurapika had his.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm finna hit you with a shadow round blast. Okay, rich people have butlers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Brooke was a butler of Gunko's family.
Okay.
Right. All right, and I think Joy Boy is the third race of ancient giants because I think it's 3.
Okay. Well, they said Brooke was a battle convoy. Like that was his original official title on whatever kingdom he used to be with. I don't think they ever named the kingdom convoy? A battle convoy. That was, at least that's what it said in his like backstory or whatever. That's what he used to be. Now that could be a convoy. Just basically means you oversee the currying of things, or people or whatever for a kingdom. So he could very well have been a bodyguard of some sort for any sort of major political transport. So it's not impop. Oh, damn, we lost our point anyway. All right, I guess that's it. Sorry, up one. All right, let's wrap there. I gotta get to the Survivor. But we got a bunch of super chats we got to read real quick before we wrap. So we got 2 from Reggie J. It says, bet my twin Seb can't wait. Another 2 from Reggie. Gangsta that went to the Wanksta. Hashtag Kuzon. I like Kuzon, man. Chill out. Another 2 from Reggie J. Blackbeard, chill out, gang. Join the squad. Another 5 from Reggie J. Larry, add a brother on Discord. Got a debate on there when you get a chance. Hashtag Conquers users. Hashtag Supreme Kings. Larry, don't be adding nobody, man. Another 2 from Reggie. Larry said, be right back. He came back. Another 5 from the Sexy Sasquatch. Another solid call stream. Been skipping out on my Larry tax. Here's a little portion of what I owe. Hashtag Jersey Gang. Hashtag stay warm. It's brick AF this week. Yeah, man, it's cold. My apartment mad hot though. Fortunately, I got my hoochie daddies on. Another 10 from TTPV, which I'm pretty sure is infamous. My apologies, y'all. Appreciate y'all time. Love the stream. But Luffy and Blackbeard team up in the end, and their power is going to make an eclipse theory coming soon. I'm going to hate it already. Another 2 from Reggie J. Larry, always remember, hashtag on the same side, crying emoji, hashtag step a goat. And then another 2 from T-Raw. I forgot to say Emo absorbs all Lunarian on my call. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I truly appreciate y'all tuning in and sticking with us. I know we had some audio issues a little earlier. Sorry about that. I do have to drop there as I got to join the One Piece Survivor Challenge. Hopefully the bounty hunters win. But everybody, I'm pretty sure you can join in on the stage and watch if you aren't already participating. If you guys want to be an automatic participant on these call-in streams, please become a server tiered member of Warlord or higher. If you want to join things like Survivor going forward, you got to be a Yonko or higher. But we'll be back again tomorrow with another hot take stream for 2025. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully my audio doesn't have any issues, but see y'all then. Like the stream if you haven't already, and have a good night, everyone. Bye.